Hey, it's Rhonda, and I thought I would bring you a short jewelry video. These are some things that I bought at a little place that I used to have a booth. It's called Rick's Vintage in Hernando, Mississippi. It's right next to my bin store, and I always pop in there and check the jewelry vendors over there. One of them in particular puts out baskets and containers and things like that of some of the uh, handmade and some of the vintage type jewelry that is costume jewelry. She does a lot of the dealing in the sterling and fine stones, gold, things like that. And she prices accordingly for those. But apparently, she is not really into the costume jewelry, although there's really good money in some of this costume jewelry. So I thought I would show you some things that I got. I got 10 items there. And then I've got some other things that I can show you that I brought out of a couple of the estates when I cleaned those out and a couple of state sales that I went to. So I'll show you the things from the booth first. All of these are going to be $1 a piece is what I gave for them. Here's how they're packaged. And so that's $1 a piece on those. And I don't know whether you're going to, I've just got a quick light set up. I don't have a full light setup or anything. I'm notorious for that on, life or whatever, so I don't always have time. I'm actually headed out in just a little while, but I thought I would put this up really quickly. Here's the first one. Real pretty little vintage. It's got the rhinestones around it, and then it's got a dark stone here. It looks almost like a ruby colored stone. I'm sure that it's not ruby because of the back, the way that it's made on the back. I don't believe I saw any kind of marking on this one. If it was, it's really tiny and I haven't located it yet. That's a cute little one. Like this one. I like this. What do you think? Does it fit? That's a pretty little piece right there. It's got the scepter, little rhinestones and stones. It's got the stone at the top. See that? Don't the nails look good? I'm going out tonight. This one is actually not marked, I don't think. Let me check just to make sure. It's been a little while since I looked at these. Not too long, a couple of weeks. I don't see any ready marking on it. I am going to test the stones in it. One's kind of a yellow color. And I will test it, but the back and everything, it doesn't look like it would be anything but costume jewelry, but it's a nice little piece. Got a couple of these little bar ones. These are cute. I think they're both JJ, if I remember right. They always sell well. I usually do about $10 to $15 a piece on them is what I come away with on Etsy. This one's Born to Shop. It's got like the little shopping bag and the credit card and the dollar bill. Looks like the little credit card here, World credit card or something. Goodie bag type of thing, the sale purse. It's kind of a pewter. Let's see, it's right here under the bar. If you can see that or not. Let's see if I can do it where I don't have any glare. Don't know. Yeah, I think you can see that. That's that little JJ mark. They sell really well. They do a lot of little novelty ones. I've sold several of them that were like the little girl walking the poodles, and she'd have a poodle or something like that, or some that it's the little chain dog look or something along those lines. But there was that one. And again, all of these are $1 a piece. I found them in the dollar box or dollar basket. It was in a basket this time. She had a basket out. This one also is marked JJ. This is more of an antique bronze color, and it's the, let's see, little school teacher. It's got all of the little formulas and the chalkboard and things like that, all of the little implements you use in school. And this is for scale. This is about how large it is. A lot of these pins that I buy that are more like this type of thing, the first one that I showed you or whatever, they'll sell some that are like this size or a little bit smaller or whatever that they used to call scatter pins. I don't know if they still do or not, but that's a good keyword that you can put in there if you sell like a little lot of them, like 3 or 4 of them, and they would scatter them. And that's basically where that name came from, if I remember right. So there's that one. This one here is actually made of glass. It looks like it was maybe hand poured. I'm not sure. I'll check and see if I see anything else like it, but see, that's glass. Pretty little flower. It's just something unusual. I thought this would look good even on the right hat or something, like a vintage hat. You know, wear it to the side or wear it up and down depending on how large your bill is there. You can see that they just put the back on it like that. And this looks like it's just some type of poured glass, colored glass that's inside the glass. Still a lot of the initial and monogram style pens. This one here is an E. I have friends that start with E. Elise and Ira and Elaine. And I think it's Trifari. Yeah. Trifari. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I haven't gotten a really definitive answer. I believe it's Trifari. Can you see that? I don't know. It's really rubbed, but it's right through here. It says Trifari. And it's just spelled out Trifari. Let's see. I love jewelry. Oh my goodness, I'm really getting into doing this jewelry. I do a lot of it at my estates and things, but as far as like a private seller of it and things like that, it's just been within about the last 3 or 4 months I've really started doing that, because you can store it in little things this big. You don't have to have a lot of room. This one's cool. It almost looks like the wall art like you would see. Let's see, is it up? Yeah, I think it goes down like this, if I remember right. I'll have to look at the mark on the back. It's got the little stone here. This almost looks like the metal art you would buy at like Hobby Lobby or something like that on the wall. You can just wear it on your lapel. This one is marked Richelieu, I believe. No, remarked. Can't see in this light. You might can see. I'll look under my regular loupe. I don't have a regular loupe, but the marking is right here. I can't tell in my reverse camera here, so we'll look it up. That'll be a mystery piece, but it is marked. This one is a little monogram style piece. I do sell these, like Martha Stewart said, you know, it doesn't matter whether it's your initials or not. These are things that are really neat to have in your linens and things like that. Any of the old vintage linens, you can collect them. It doesn't really matter what initials are on them. You know, it just makes a really pretty table. Half the time you can't read them anyway. What is this? This is a DCL, it looks like. Pretty little piece. And this one is marked. It's Wells 14 karat gold filled, I believe is what that says. Depending on my glasses instead of my right through here. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it or not. Sometimes you have to get it at just the right angle. This one, I believe this is Trifari. Yeah, this is Trifari. You wear it this way or this way. Get a little of the glare off. Let's see. Sometimes less is best. Right down here. See that? Maybe I can catch it where you can see it. And then my 10th piece, because I did get 10, like I said. I tried to film this once last night, and my webcam cut off halfway through, so got to do it again. Last night you would have seen me with no makeup and my glasses, but tonight I'm ready to go somewhere, so it was probably to your benefit that it cut off. Pretty little butterfly. Butterflies are good luck, they say. Kind of like a pineapple. And this one is made like typical fashion jewelry, custom jewelry. I don't think I saw any marks on it. Called myself looking. That's a nice little piece. It's real heavyweight, kind of heavy. That'd be pretty. Those are the ones I got there. And something I picked up at one of my estates. It's amazing what people will pass by and not buy. I mean, dealers. I know dealers come to my estates, and I'm going. And I don't necessarily have a high price on something, and that's the reason that they passed it by. I just don't think they're looking. I really don't think they're looking. These are Florentine forks you use for hors d'oeuvres. This one's like almost like the chunky gold nugget rings, you know, it's got that look to it or whatever. And it's marked here, right there. This is sterling. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. I think you can see that. I can see an S. Need to be cleaned up. I usually don't clean them up. I know people are crazy at me sometimes saying, oh, you need to clean that piece up and all this. I'm sorry, I got a real problem with doing that. Being an estate liquidator, I realize that you take away part of the silver when you do that. And if it's really bad and you can't see the pattern at all, that's one thing. But, you know, if it just looks old, like these, I leave them. At least in my estates, you know. If it got to Etsy or something like that, like these probably will at this point, you know, I might clean them up. I don't know. Might not. Depends on what I feel like that day. I haven't ever put anything like this in a sonic cleaner. I don't have a sonic cleaner. I need to get one since I'm going to be doing a whole bunch more of the jewelry and stuff. Haven't had any reason for one. So I'm going to assume that that's a lot safer and it'll take things off. I don't know. I like the patina on it, but that's just me. This little piece here, got several of the little tie tacks and things like that, cufflinks. This one is a Mason, a sonic one. See the 32 right here in the middle. 32. Got the eagles and all the stuff. That little piece. Got a couple of these I just went on and pulled out. It's not jewelry really, but I always include these in a jewelry lot. You know, I like to pull out unusual. This one. Let's see if I can pull it around where you can actually read it. It's the Peabody Memphis. Very heavy piece, and I'll probably sell these in a double lot. I don't know. I may just sell this one. So I really like this one. This one's Hotel Peabody. And of course, I live outside Memphis. I'm 4 miles from Memphis, and probably, I don't know, maybe 15 from the Peabody. I've been there several times. I've interviewed two or three of the duck masters. I'm a journalism major by trade, and I used to write for a couple of the. I wrote for Memphis Magazine, and I did some things for Blink Magazine, which is Business Link Magazine that is defunct now, but I wrote for them years ago as a freelancer, and so I was able to interview some really cool people. A lot of people that developed Gill Street and, you know, things like that. So that's actually my first love is writing. If I could do nothing, I would be Louisa May Alcott or Jo from her Little Women books. I'd sit up in the attic and sob into my manuscripts, and well, I don't know if I'd sob, but you know, I would sob into my manuscripts and eat russet apples. A watch, pocket watch. This one is Neiman Marcus. And it's got the original chain, it looks like, on it. I gave, I didn't tell you, did I? I gave $1 for each of those that I saw, and this I gave $3 for. So it's got a pretty little look when it's closed. I don't know if it works or not. It doesn't really matter. It'll still sell. This, what were you? Talk to me. Oh, you're upside down. This one, what it was. I think it was the same as the sweater guard. Let's look at the sweater guard first. It is, I think it's Chrysler Quality is the brand that's on here. This one looks, you can probably see it in the camera a little bit better. My light is not great. Looks like Chrysler Quality one, and that's what the, which I'm familiar with, and that's what the money clip would be too, I believe, because it looks like it's the same font and everything. This is gold content 0.025. It's marked on there, the bottom down there. I think you can see that. And then it's just the sweater clip, you know, like you used to put on your sweaters or whatever, and then make your sweater stay on. It's pretty, and it's got, what did it say on here? I forget. I don't even remember what it said. I'd have to look at it from back far, so I'll let you look at it. I'll look at it later when I can lay it out. Looks like, I don't know, it might be a sorority one, maybe? I don't know, I'm showing my ignorance right now. I'm not the good Lord, I don't know everything, so I have to look it up. Anyway, here's the money clip. And the mark is right here, and it's real rubbed. A lot of times I'll take a really thin piece of like onion skin paper, and I'll do a rubbing across there, and a lot of times I can read what it says. I've tried it with my phone sometimes, and sometimes my phone won't work, but that will. Got these. These were $1. Hello. What do I look like with zombie eyes? Those are pretty. It's got a pretty surface in it. It's kind of a blue, and then it's got kind of a multicolor right up through here. It's real pretty. This is a pretty set. It's silvery. Silvery. Let's see. Don't think these were marked. Don't remember. Let's see if we can open one back up. It's mesh here. And then looks like military maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Those are things that I need to be more educated on. I still have to look things up on those. I'm a girl. I like the girl stuff. You know, so if it's not something that girls naturally go to, I don't put it in my bank because my bank only has so much room in it. This one, the card itself is marked gold plate. We shall see. We'll test it. Looks like a scabbard, maybe. Sword or scabbard. Don't know what the mark is indicative of. We'll have to look that up as well, but it's got the little rhinestones in it. These were marked, I believe, swank. Let me see. Hey, cool, I can see it with my glasses. That's swank. I don't know if you can see it for the glare, but it's right above the post there. These look like this. Pretty. Mesh textured look. Got this set. That's the double-sided French cuff type of thing. These are green. It's kind of an olive jade type color around there. This almost looks like a mother of pearl or onyx type of thing. I'll have to take it to my jeweler and let her look at it. I always let her double check me on anything like that. She's too convenient for me to keep all the equipment and all the things in my brain. This one, it says Speak Up JC, the USJCs. It's a little pendant type thing. Or it might have hung off of a keychain of some sort. I think it was more pendant though. See that? Looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's not rubbed that badly. Brass. I've been talking a minute. I need to stop this video. Great Seal of the United States, or no, excuse me, Great Seal of the State of Tennessee, which I'm just outside of. Like I said, this is agriculture commerce. Of course, it's one of these. It's a single one, but you can sell things like that, especially if they're a novelty piece like that. Yep, see? It'll probably go off a couple of times before I get finished, so just bear with me, hold on. It's telling me I need to get ready. I am ready. More than ready. This one says Rotary International. This one's the Civil Defense. Let's see, Civil Defense Commission, and then it's marked New York, which is kind of cool since I'm in Mississippi. The man that had a lot of these things, the cufflinks and things like that, he was in men's clothing, men's suits, and things like that. So I don't know what she meant by that, you know, and I don't pursue unless they actually, you know, tell me. I don't know if he sold men's suits or if he was a tailor, maybe. And some of these things go along with that, or if he was a junker like me. This is one of the last things in there. It is a brand. These are the Waterbury. I can't remember for sure what they were. Let's see if I can hold them up right where they won't twirl. They're buttons. Little buttons. Let's see if I can hold one up. And a lot of these vintage buttons, they're worth quite a bit actually. Depends on what they are. I can't tell on these. It looks like with the naked eye, or almost naked eye. Looks like it might be one is a fisherman, maybe. Something like that. Looks like soldiers of some sort. Oh, look. And then all of that came kind of in a box, and it was just a varied, I'll probably spill this, but anyway, a little varied box of things. Watch piece that may or may not work. I wish I could have found the other one of these. I thought that was pretty. Pretty colors, things like that, just odds and ends. So that's that haul for today. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you joining my channel, subscribing, hit the bell if you'd like to get all of the notifications in your email of when I upload any videos. Join me anytime. I should be going live soon. I haven't done that before, so that ought to be fun to stumble through together. So I'm going to try and make a point of doing that sometime soon. It'll have to be in between all these estates and things that I've been getting lately. So thanking the good Lord for that one, so that they came in at the right time of the year. eBay's been a little bit slow lately, so we've had to find other ways to make money. So it found us, and we're excited. So I'm going to head out to my girls' night out before I get another alarm on here or somebody texting me saying, "Where are you?" Set it up. So I'm their leader, and you know how the saying goes. So I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great week. Happy junking.